volunteer? How about for Christian? Any volunteer for Christian prayer? No, walang nag-volunteer for the prayer? Anyone, so that we can start our class. Again, any volunteer for Muslim prayer, please? Wala? Walang magdasal? How about for Christian? Oh, we will not. Yes, Miss Dingal. Okay, so let's start our class with an opening prayer to be led by um, Miss Dingal.
Start na po, ma'am.
Apo, start na.
In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here. Ever this day be at my side to light and guard, rule and guide in. And in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, good morning, class, and kindle the fires within. Can you turn on your microphone and greet your classmates? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, and kindle the fires within.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so it's good to see you kasi kahit online ay pumasok pa din kayo, no? So this meeting, as what we have agreed upon last meeting, that we will be discussing our lesson 1, right? Because we have already discussed our lesson 2. No, we discussed it first before discussing the introduction for the fourth quarter. So we all knew, tuloy-tuloy na po tayo, ha? By the way, I have 20 students. At the end of our class, we shall have our quiz. And these students who are only present in this class, ito lang po yung ire-record ko na scores. Those who are not present in this online class will lose 15 points for the week 1. Okay? Sige. So look at the picture in my presentation. Look at the picture. Ayan. So what can you see in the picture? This is a picture depicting an earthquake, right? So class, you can use your thumbs up. Dito may thumbs up button, then meron ding chat box. Okay? Para po maka-interact tayo. Sige. So, if you want to answer, if you don't want to talk, to turn on your microphone, you can use our chat box. Okay? Para ma-maximize po yung participation natin. So, in this picture, you can see an earthquake. No? Hindi natin nakikita na nagsishake siya. But as what we can see in the building, it is collapsing. No? Nagko-collapse yung building. That is because of an earthquake. So last meeting, we discussed about what to do when there is an earthquake. But we haven't discussed what makes an earthquake. Bakit nagkakaroon ng earthquake? Okay, so our target for this meeting, I can classify geological faults according to the angle of the fault plane and direction of the slip. I can use models or illustrations to explain how movement along faults generate earthquakes. I can make models of fault scenarios to illustrate the following. The epicenter of an earthquake, okay? From the focus. The intensity of an earthquake from magnitude. So, anong pinagkaiba ng intensity at ng magnitude? Anong pinagkaiba ng focus at ng epicenter? And how earthquakes may or may not generate tsunami. Paano ba nagkakaroon ng tsunami? Okay, let's proceed. I will be playing a short video, and while watching the video, please take note. What is an earthquake? What happens when there is an earthquake?
Earthquakes are among the most common natural disasters in the world. From one second to the next, the ground starts to shake, sometimes destroying entire cities. But what exactly makes the earth quake? Let's rewind. First, we should mention that the Earth's crust, the top layer of the Earth, is made up of 7 large and many small tectonic plates. Under the Earth's crust, there's the liquid mantle. Due to convection currents in the Earth's mantle, the plates begin to move and float like sheets of ice on top of the Earth. They move a few inches each year, either away from each other, past each other, or towards each other and collide. The resulting friction creates enormous pressure. If this pressure grows too great, the tension suddenly releases with a huge jolt, and the Earth shakes. This mostly happens along the edges of tectonic plates, like off the Pacific coast of Japan, where 4 plates meet. With each tremor, destructive forces are released, spreading out like waves from the hypocenter. Right above, on the Earth's surface, is the epicenter. This is usually where the worst damage occurs. The strength of an earthquake is measured with a seismograph. Using the Richter scale, the tremor is then given a level from 1 to 10. Already at level 5, buildings can be damaged. Anything beyond that has huge impacts on the safety of people, homes, and entire regions. So far, we've been talking about tectonic earthquakes, but there are also earthquakes caused by volcanic eruptions, collapse earthquakes, when underground caverns collapse, and extraction, drilling, and mining earthquakes induced by humans. Earthquakes happen several thousand times a day all over the Earth, but not all tremors can be felt. Some are so weak that they can only be detected by a seismograph.
Okay. So, while watching the video, naintindihan ba yung video? Parang klaro naman yung video natin, no? Okay. So, what is an earthquake? What is an earthquake according to the video? Or how does an earthquake happen? May na-take note ba? Okay. So, we'll play it again. Please answer.
Earthquakes are among the most common natural disasters in the world. From one second to the next, the ground starts to shake, sometimes destroying entire cities. But what exactly makes the Earth quake? Let's rewind. First, we should mention that the Earth's crust, the top layer of the Earth, is made up of 7 large and many small tectonic plates. Under the Earth's crust, there's the liquid mantle. Due to convection currents in the Earth's mantle, the plates begin to move and float like sheets of ice on top of the Earth. They move a few inches each year, either away from each other, past each other, or towards each other and collide. The resulting friction creates enormous pressure. If this pressure grows too great, the tension suddenly releases with a huge jolt, and the Earth shakes. This mostly happens along the edges of tectonic plates, like off the Pacific coast of Japan, where 4 plates meet. With each tremor, destructive forces are released, spreading out like waves from the hypocenter. Right above, on the Earth's surface, is the epicenter. This is usually where the worst damage occurs. The strength of an earthquake is measured with a seismograph. Using the Richter scale, the tremor is then given a level from 1 to 10. Already at level 5, buildings can be damaged. Anything beyond that has huge impacts on the safety of people, homes, and entire regions. So far, we've been talking about tectonic earthquakes, but there are also earthquakes caused by volcanic eruptions, collapse earthquakes, when underground caverns collapse, and extraction, drilling, and mining earthquakes induced by humans. Earthquakes happen several thousand times a day all over the Earth, but not all tremors can be felt. Some are so weak that they can only be detected by a seismograph.
Okay. So what is an earthquake? Anyone from the group? What is an earthquake? Any volunteer? Or at least you can use the chat box to answer. What is an earthquake? Okay. By the way, can you hear me, everyone? Please, yung thumbs up lang. Okay, so what is an earthquake? Any word or sentence, okay, you can say about what is an earthquake. You can use our chat box. Walang mag-google ha. Okay. So, So according to Fazila, an earthquake is the shaking of the Earth's surface caused by sudden movement of tectonic plates. Yes, that is correct. According to Rana, an earthquake is a sudden shaking of the ground caused by the movement of tectonic plates beneath the Earth's surface. According to Jana, earthquake is the most common natural disaster. Carla, sudden shaking of the Earth's surface caused by the movement of releasing stored energy in the form of seismic waves. Haki, earthquake is the sudden shaking of the Earth's surface. Aliza, an earthquake is one common disaster. Most of your answers are not coming from the video that we have just watched. Earthquake is a common natural disaster and caused by the movement of tectonic plates. Okay? So, the video showed us, okay, what causes an earthquake. Bakit nagkakaroon ng earthquake? At saan, when does, kailan nagkakaroon ng earthquake? Okay, so we will be discussing that one by one. As what we have watched in the video, is caused by the movement of the Earth's crust. Okay? Sige. Earthquake is caused by shaking of the ground when rock layers slip past one another. So this happens when the layers of the rocks, kasi yung earth natin, parang sinagot na ito ni Miss Mamaril, last meeting, the crust is moving. So there are times that they slip past one another. So that causes a shaking. It is the result of sudden movement along faults within the Earth's crust. So we have the three types of stress. These are the things that causes the shaking of the Earth. So we have the compression, tension, and shearing. Do you have any idea about this? Compression, tension, and shearing. When we say compression, yung parang sinisqueeze, parang sinisqueeze. For example, can you imagine a rock, or a something soft na squeeze natin? So, di ba mag-move yung kanyang particles? So, that is one example of one type of stress. When we say tension, ito naman yung pag-separate, Okay, tingnan natin yung picture. Ayan. If you will zoom, compression and tension. Pag sinabing tension, no, lumalayo sila sa isa't isa. Pag sinabing compression, parang sinisqueeze. Pag sinabing sharing, yun naman yung pag-slide, okay, ng ating crust. These three are the causes of earthquake. So when we say fault, nabanggit doon kanina sa ating video, fault is the fracture in the surface of the crust where two blocks of rock slip. No, ito yung kung saan sila nagbanggaan. Fault zone is a series of associated faults spread over an area. So, according to the video that we have watched, no, ano yung nabanggit na bansa kung saan mostly nagkakaroon ng earthquake? Sige daw. Chat box. Oh yes, Haki.
Japan.
Okay, very good, no? Kasi yung kanilang location ay parating natatamaan ng earthquake. Sige. So these are the main types of fault movements, no? Yung pag-move. First, we have the dip slip fault. We have the strike slip fault, and lastly, we have the oblique slip fault. When we say dip slip fault, it can be a normal fault or a reverse fault. Tingnan natin. Yan. When we say normal fault, as you can see, no, nagmo-move yung hanging na part. Ayan. Downward. When we say reverse fault, yan naman yung kanyang movement. Okay, mamaya tingnan natin yung kanyang definition. And yan yung tinatawag nating dip slip. Now, let's have the strike slip fault. Yan, as you can see, when we say strike slip, okay, ang kanyang movement naman ay it is sliding papunta sa side. Then we have the oblique fault. Ayan. So, when we say dip slip fault, it can be a normal fault or a reverse fault. When we say normal fault, in a normal fault, the hanging wall slip down relative to the foot wall. So as you can see kanina, tingnan natin ulit. Okay. Yung normal fault, ang movement niya, yung hanging na part is moving downward. Okay? I hope you are listening ha kasi hindi kayo naka-on ng camera so I won't know kung nandyan ba kayo or wala kayo dyan. Okay. When we say, ayan, thank you for the thumbs up. Ibig sabihin may tao akong kausap, ano? Sige. When we say reverse fault, the hanging wall move relative to the foot wall. Okay? It moves downward. Okay? That is normal. Now, ano naman ang nangyayari sa strike slip fault? Okay. In the strike slip fault, the block of rock on one side of the fault slide past the other. So it is moving to the side. Okay, that is the strike slip fault. Now, in the strike slip fault, it is more violent earthquake usually occur in this fault. Ibig sabihin, pag ito yung nangyari na movement, mas malakas yung impact. Kumbaga pa, mas malakas yung magiging yung kanyang intensity. Okay? Next, let's have the oblique fault. When we say oblique slip fault, this happen when shearing and compression or tension combine. So as you can see, in the oblique slip fault, come on. May nagasit in kasi dito. Oh. Ayan. Okay. So as you can see, in the oblique slip fault, the movement of the hanging part, no, parang natatanggal siya and then matagal siyang babalik. Tago ka lang dyan, anak. Now, question. Where does an earthquake generally occur? Okay, when we hear the reports, no, ng PHIVOLCS, ano yung usual na naririnig natin? Saan nangyayari ang earthquake? Bakit parating nagkakaroon ng earthquake sa Philippines? Because we are located where? Yes? Mr. Agabaw.
Ma'am, ang Philippines ay nagkakaroon ng earthquake is we are inside the Pacific Ring of Fire.
Very good. The answer is correct. So earthquake happens in the earthquake belt. These are the areas where earthquakes are felt more often. So Pacific Ring of Fire or Circum. This is a Pacific belt, no? Ito yung area where 75% of the world's volcanoes, dormant and active, are found. So ibig sabihin, when we say the Pacific Ring of Fire, ito yung lugar kung saan matatagpuan mostly ang mga volcano. So, dyan, mas malimit na nagkakaroon ng earthquake. Uy, anak! Nabangga mo yung ating PowerPoint. Okay, let's proceed. So, this is the anatomy of an earthquake. No? Ito yung bumubuo sa earthquake. So, as we can see, seismic waves, of course, these are not seen, no? Hindi to sila nakikita, itong mga waves na ito. Ito yung nagmo-move. Okay? When we say focus, tingnan niyo ang anatomy kasi mamaya bigyan natin ng meaning. What is focus and what is epicenter? Okay? Then when we say fault, it is where the two rocks, no? Kung saan sila nagmi-meet. Okay? Fault line. Okay. So, ano yung pinagkaiba ng focus at ng epicenter? Ayan. By looking at the picture, you can see yung pinaka, no? Kung ito yung lupa, ito yung crust, then nagkaroon ng shaking, no? Yung dito sa ground, the intersection there, where the crust met, that is called the epicenter. So, in the reports of PHIVOX, you can always hear that the epicenter of the earthquake is where? No? Saan yung pinaka malakas na intensity ng earthquake? That's the epicenter. When we say focus, it is found in the mantle. Okay? Doon sa loob. Ito yung driving force ng earthquake. Sige lang, mamaya. Okay. It is the point within the earth where the rupture of the fault begins and seismic waves are first generated. So that is the focus. No? Doon nagsisimula yung shaking. As you can see, eto, sana ba yun? This part, wala kasi akong pointer. Itong part na ito, it is the focus. This is where the shaking, the vibration starts. Okay? Now, next. It is often where the strongest shaking and damage occur, making it a critical point for assessing the impact of the earthquake on communities and infrastructure. So this is the epicenter. Okay? Next. It occurs at various depths ranging from just a few kilometers below the surface to over 700 kilometers deep in subduction zone. So this is the focus. Kasi nasa mantle siya. Next. It is the point on Earth's surface that is directly above where the vibration started. That is the epicenter. It is also known as the hypocenter of an earthquake. Well, that is the focus. No? Pag sinabi natin focus, it is where the vibration, it is where the shaking begins. It is located beneath the Earth's surface, especially at the point where the rocks start to rupture along a fault line, releasing energy in the form of seismic waves. So that is the focus. Now, ano ba talagang pinagkaiba nila, ma'am? Okay. So when we say focus, it is the exact point inside the crust where tremendous amount of energy starts to be released. Okay? Ito yung, sabi ko nga kanya, it is the driving force. It is where the tension, it is where the vibration starts. When we say focus, it is where the vibration originates. When we say epicenter, it is the point on the Earth's surface vertically above the focus and where energy waves are felt most strongly. Pag sinabi natin epicenter, dito pinakamalakas yung impact ng earthquake. Now, how do we know, no, kung gaano kalakas ang earthquake? How can you say that the earthquake is very strong? What instrument is being used to measure an earthquake? It was mentioned in the video. What instrument is used to measure the intensity of the earthquake? Yes, Kelsey.
A seismograph.
Okay, very good. It is a seismograph. It is a scientific instrument used to measure the magnitude and the intensity of the earthquake. Ma'am, ano po ang pinagkaiba ng magnitude at ng intensity? Do you have any idea? Di ba? We can always hear magnitude 7.5 earthquake has been felt. Ano kayang pinagkaiba nila? Any prior knowledge about this? Di ba we can hear in the reports, no, that yes, Kelsey,
Ang speculation ko, yung magnitude, parang gina-determine niya kung how wide is the to how wide the vibrations occur. So what I mean is how wide is the epicenter, I think, or how wide is the shaking within the surface. And for the intensity, that is how strong the shaking is.
okay, sige. Thank you, Kelsey. Any other idea? What could be the difference between magnitude and intensity? We can hear this one, no? We can hear these words. Pagkatapos ng earthquake, may mga reports na magnitude and intensity. Any more idea? You can use the chat box if you don't want to talk. Ano kaya ang pinagkaiba nila? Huwag na kayo mag-google na yung iba kasi kaya na nag-google na sila, no? So, sige, let's continue. Guilty sila. Okay, anyway. Ayun na naman niya mag-play. Okay. So we were discussing the difference between magnitude and intensity. When we say magnitude, Ms. Mamaril has a point, no? When we say magnitude, it is the energy released by an earthquake at the focus. Okay? It is calculated from earthquakes recorded by an instrument called a seismograph. So when we say magnitude, it is the amount of energy being released in the focus. Diba sabi natin kanina, focus is the beginning of the magnitude is the measurement of the energy released by the hypocenter or the focus. Yes, thank you, Rim. Okay, so when we say magnitude, this is the one that is being measured by the seismograph. It is the constant. Kumbaga pa constant siya ba? Pare-pareha siya. Halimbawa, ang magnitude is 5.7. No? So kahit saan ka sa Pilipinas, 5.7 yon. But when we say intensity, it is the strength of an earthquake perceived and felt by the people in a certain locality. Intensity is generally higher near the epicenter. So when we say intensity, ito yung nararamdaman natin. Ito yung na-feel natin. Gaano ba kalakas yung impact ng earthquake in a certain area. Kaya nga magkaiba, no, yung na-feel ng yung intensity ng earthquake sa magkakaibang areas. For example, the epicenter of the earthquake is halimbawa doon sa General Santos City. So mas malakas. No? So palayo ka ng palayo sa epicenter, mas bumababa din yung intensity. But when we say magnitude, it is the energy released by the earthquake. So it is constant. When we say constant, hindi siya nagbabago. Nakuha po ba? Can you have the thumbs up button kung naintindihan ang pinagkaiba? Oh, very good, naintindihan. Sige daw. In your own words. In your own words now, who can tell me the difference between magnitude and intensity na hindi binabasa? Ano yung pagkaintindi ninyo? May I have Miss Dingal? Yes, Miss Dingal. In your own words, please differentiate magnitude and intensity. Nandyan pa ba si Miss Dingal? Josea? What is the difference between magnitude and intensity? Or, sige, any other volunteer? Ano yung pinagkaiba nila? Na-explain naman ni teacher. Now, in your own words, who can give me the difference? Sige, si Kelsey. Tingnan natin kung yun pa rin yung sagot niya kanina. Kelsey, can you tell us the difference between magnitude and intensity? Edited version. Yes, Kelsey.
Okay. So intensity is how the earthquake affects the people. So it's how it is how it affects the environment. Sorry.
Yeah,
Usually
that's correct. How it affects the environment.
And for magnitude, it is how much energy is given to the epicenter.
Very good. Yeah. Correct. That's correct, Kelsey. No? So, it is good that we use our own words kung paano natin siya naintindihan. No? O, Rana, you're raising your hand a while ago. Tampo na siya. Ayaw niya na sumagot.
Magnitude, as said in the picture, it is said that the magnitude is the energy released by an earthquake. So if you say magnitude, it is the exact measurement or recorded of the earthquake energy, which is measured by the seismograph instrument, while intensity is a strength felt by the people, from the local region. It's what they felt from the earthquake, from how intense it is, which is based on their feelings from what they felt from the earthquake or experiences. While magnitude is the measurement of the earthquake.
Okay, very good. No? Very good. That's how you understood it. And that's correct. No? Basta tandaan niyo lang, magnitude, it is constant. Hindi nagbabago. No? I mean, hindi siya nagva-vary from places to another. But when you say intensity, it is the effect. No? Paano siya na-feel? Yes, Zazaya, magnitude is the measurement of the earthquake size and remains unchanged with the distance. Tama. That's correct. Okay. While intensity is the degree of the shaking by the earthquake at a given place, and it decreases with distance from, of course, the epicenter. Okay? Sige, let's proceed. Basta naintindihan na. Hindi nagmo-move yung PowerPoint ni ma'am. Okay. Now, let's go back. When we say epicenter, what is epicenter? What is epicenter? It is dito yung may pinakamalakas na impact, no, ng earthquake because it is the place where the crust or the fault met. No, dito sila nagme-meet talaga. Okay. So let's sum up. Actually, that ends the discussion about earthquake, and later we shall have our quiz. No? Pero mag-review muna tayo. Okay. To sum it up, again, earthquake is what? Dapat mabigyan nyo na sa akin yung meaning. What is an earthquake? Earthquake is the shaking, no, of the Earth's surface caused by compression, tension, or sharing. What are the three types of fault? Sige daw, ano yung 3 types of fault natin kanina? Any hand? Who can still remember? Yes, Carla.
Deep slip fault, strike slip fault, oblique slip fault.
Very good. So when we say deep slip fault, it can be a normal fault, no, or a reverse fault. When we say normal fault, the hanging part is moving downward. When we say reverse fault, the hanging part is moving upward. When we say, ano yung pangalawa? We have the dip slip. We have the, Carla, what's the second one?
Oblique slip fault or strike slip fault.
Okay. When we say strike slip fault, the movement is actually going to the side. No? Going to the side and they slip past one another. And when we say oblique, it is when compression, tension, and sharing combine. So, ibig sabihin, nag-move yung hanging part. Okay, nag-move yung hanging part and medyo matagal yung interval ng pagbalik niya. So, that is oblique slip. Yes, Afslin.
Ma'am, na pindot lang po.
Okay. Okay, we also discussed about the difference between the focus and the epicenter. Now, who can tell me what is the difference between focus and epicenter? Naintindihan ba yung focus at epicenter? Or kailangan nating balikan? When we say focus class, no, it is yung driving, yung nandoon sa loob, no, ng crust. Nasa loob siya. Okay? When we say epicenter, ito yung nasa ground na nagkaroon ng kumbaga pabanggaan sa ground. Okay? So, ito yung location now ng epicenter. Pag sinabing focus, nasa loob pa siya ng crust. Pag sinabing epicenter, nasa ground na siya. Okay? Then, the difference between magnitude and intensity. When we say magnitude, it can be measured by a seismograph. When we say intensity, it is how you felt. That's according to your own words, no? It is how you felt the earthquake. Any question? That actually ends our lesson. Wala na silang question. Sige. So, class, I have only 21 students. So, these 21 students, I will give a 15-point quiz. This will be sent in the GC now. Isasend ko siya now. Pero, wala mo nang mag-leave. Okay? Ibig sabihin, you answer the quiz. Sagutin niyo po yung quiz in any sheet of paper. Okay? Any sheet of paper. 1/4, bond paper, yellow paper. That is 15 points. Then, take a picture of it. I-send ninyo sa akin through PM. Then, you can leave the meeting. Kasi, our class actually ends at 11:30. So, we still have, yes, pwede po. Pwede pang notebook, any paper. We still have, ilan pa to? 18, 17 minutes. So, I will be sending now the quiz. Kayo lang yung pwedeng sumagot. Anyway, I have the list kung sino yung nag-attend today. So, this is 15 points. 5 points, identification. Then, 10 points ang Venn diagram.
Ma'am,
Yes?
copy and answer po or sugat lang po?
Just write your answer. Just only write your answer. Sulat niyo na ang sagot niyo. Huwag na copy. Sana yung GC. Wait lang. Okay. First part is identification. Just write your answer. Nandiyan na po sa GC. Then, second part